And it is important for us to appreciate the strategic importance of the port to the region, to the extent that we should not trivialize it, to say that, you know, it's an asset of Mombasa, it must benefit. It is a regional asset. And we cannot, we have charters and agreements that we signed with the regional countries, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda and all Burundi. They are dependent on that port. So running that port, we must first of all dissuade ourselves from thinking that it's like, you know, running a small, you know, nightclub or hotel in Mombasa. This has far more important use for the region than we care to understand. So it is important that even as Governor Abdul Samad takes over, to appreciate the regional importance of that infrastructure and to play out the way it should be played out. It is also important for us to realize that by running an efficient port like Singapore does, we can also make Mombasa a world-class city. Just by using the port effectively. Unfortunately, and again, I said this 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago, and I told Governor Joho, you will never, because one time he said we're going to be charging $2 per ton to every container that comes into the port to go towards the development of the port city. A very good idea. But I told him, Governor, you're going to leave your leadership in 10 years' time without getting a penny unless you do the right thing, i.e. legislate, get Parliament to legislate, so that the port collects a little money that goes towards the development of the port city. And that's my advice to Abdul Samad. If he wants to influence that, which is a good idea, you can't have a world-class port in a third-class city. So the two must go in tandem. And so for me, I would advise him to first of all lobby Parliament so that there is a small levy that is charged to be able to go towards the beautification of Mombasa, the security of Mombasa, the development of facilities within Mombasa to make the port city what it should be.
I mean, look, when you look at the last 10 years, you know, the government has invested close to 1 trillion shillings in the expansion of the infrastructure in Mombasa. You know, you have new highways, you have byways, you have bypasses. The port of Mombasa has been expanded more than 2 times its previous capacity. The port, the SGR, you know, at 327 billion shillings infrastructure, you know, evacuating cargo from the port of Mombasa, delivering cargo to the port of Mombasa. And so it's proper to say that the infrastructure is now already in place. What then do we need to do to deepen trade at the port of Mombasa?
Can I change that? What then can we do to deepen trade in the country Kenya? Because you see, the port of Mombasa is the entry point. Now, for us, the route from Mombasa port all the way through to Busia or Malaba, across to Uganda, and through Uganda to Rwanda, and then to Southern Sudan, all those are people who need services from the port. And so, for me, I would rather think about the port of Mombasa as a regional infrastructure that needs to be used across the region. In the process, the country Kenya will make money in the process. But if you look at the competitiveness of, say, Port of Dar es Salaam or Djibouti, which is up north, we are running into headwinds. And
by the way, it's a free port, eh?
Yes.
They are creating a free port there.
If we are not careful, we risk even completely losing the port of Mombasa to these other ports that are being run more strategically and with a clear regional agenda. So for us, for me, I would say, we have expanded. We have built Nairobi. SGR makes us very efficient to the largest extent. I can tell you, now I live in Naivasha, and the dry port is a very preferred off-take point for Ugandans because they cut their journey by almost 700 kilometers from